Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy! Welcome back to more Pokémon Emerald! In the last episode, we got to the heart of Evergrande City, here at the Pokémon Center. Just before we take on the Pokémon League, but I'd like to show my team really quick. I did most of the rematches we had available to us in the Pokénav to get a couple more levels. Just, you know, because they were there, and I didn't want to show the exact same battles, just slightly higher level the second time, because, well, it took like an hour to go through all the rematches we had, so... yeah, I hope you'll forgive me for not showing those battles, but we've seen most of them before. Anyway, this is how we're looking now. I went ahead and changed a few of my moves and hold items. This one is the same. This one, I got rid of Strength because we don't need it anymore, and I gave it Return. So Teddy's got Return now. Strength had 80 power, whereas Return can have up to 102 power if the happiness is maximum, and I figure by now, Teddy's happiness is more than enough to make it stronger than 80 power. Teddy's whole item remains the same. Kappa, I went ahead and got rid of Waterfall and replaced it with Surf, because Surf is more powerful. Much better to have that. I also used the 3 PP ups on Giga Drain like I kept saying I was going to. Altair here hasn't changed a bit. Moagami has not changed a bit. And Pandora here does have a change, believe it or not. Hold item has been changed to Persimberry. I know, you're probably going like, what? At that, but now that I'm done sounding like the Home Improvement title screen, you will see what I mean in a bit. We're going to be opening with a cool tent in our first challenge of the Pokemon League. Let's do this! Beyond this point, only those trainers who have collected all the gym badges are permitted to enter. Trainer, let us confirm that you have all the gym badges. Trainer, believe in yourself and your Pokemon, and go forth! And spank those Elite Four. Okay, so, here we go. Okay, at least we got that out of the way early in the video, so I don't have to keep saying that the repel wore off. Probably could just go be a weirdo and just to put up another one, but yeah. So, we're going to be starting off here with a cool tent. Welcome, Challenger. I'm Sydney of the Elite Four. I like that look that you're giving me. I guess you give me a good match. That's good. Looking real good. Alright, you and me. Let's enjoy a battle that can only be staged here at the Pokemon League! Sydney, the master of Dark-type Pokemon. Interesting fact about this, there's been several Elite Fours that use Dark-type Pokemon in Gold and Silver, Ruby and Sapphire, and Black and White. Yet, there's never been a gym leader of this type. It's the only type that has never had a gym leader, despite having numerous Elite Four members. So, he's going to be starting off with Mightyena with the moves Crunch, Double Edge, Sand Attack, and Roar. Something I will say, not having the movesets in the sidebar is something I kind of regret not having, so I guess I'm going to spruce up the sidebars a little bit for this. I'm not going to have the moveset just because I like consistency, but... I'm starting off here with a cool tent because its main method of attack is Crunch, which... well, that kind of limits it to using Double Edge because I'm a special tank. And as if that wasn't enough, well, it relies on Intimidate and Sand Attack, both of which are useless against a cool tent. So, pretty good there. We don't really have to worry very much about this thing. So we're just going to do Surf once more, and I could probably just follow up with a Sludge Bomb and finish it off. Because this thing is not so bad. Now, I'm really hopeful that I'm going to get to use my strategy that I've wanted to use here with that Persimberry. If I'm not mistaken, because I am weak to Psychic. Yep, he's going to be sending out Shiftry next because that thing has a Psychic move. So I'm going to be going to Pandora next. Shiftry is level 48 with Chlorophyll as its ability, so no using Sunny Day here, just as a warning. Because Shiftry can be a monster if Sunny Day is out. With the moves Extrasensory, Double Team, Swagger, and Torment. Now, I have Pandora out here because Aerial Ace never misses with Double Team, and the fact that if it does Swagger, well, you'll see. I'm really hopeful that it does do Swagger because I really, really wanted to use that. Now, the cool thing is, I can actually just keep stalling here if it does not use Swagger because, well, just think about it. It can't touch me. Its only offensive move is Extrasensory. And it's using Torment, meaning that I can't use the same move twice in a row, which kind of sucks, so... at least it's going to go down pretty quick. I'm really, really hopeful that it's going to, well... let's just go for Shadow Ball in hopes of not KOing it, because I really wanted to use Swagger. Yes! Okay, use Swagger. So, my attack has now been buffed 4 stages. This confusion is instantly going to wear off because of my Persimberry, and I'm pretty much free to just utterly destroy the rest of his team from here on out. Because Aerial Ace is great, and Slash is even better. So, Mainly doing Aerial Ace here because obviously, well, it's weakness. And wow! From not being very effective, that did a lot of damage. Next, he's going to be going for Cacturn, level 46. Sand veils its ability, so try not to use Sandstorm. Weather effects in general are kind of bad for this fight. It has the moves Swords Dance, Strength, Facade, and Surf. Can be a little bit dangerous. Or actually, no, that's... Has the moves Feint Attack, Needle Arm, Leech Seed, and Cotton Spore. So... I guess it's kind of threatening, but nothing that I can't take out in one hit with Aerial Ace. Seriously, if this thing survives it, I will eat my shoe, and I will use Love Disc on my team, and I will do some other ridiculous thing, like do a blind Let's Play of I Want to Be the Guy, or something like that. And it's kind of useless for me to keep tacking things onto it, because it's already gone, so that kind of just makes the comedy in my... Well, if you even want to call it comedy in my bet, null and void. So we are going to go ahead and do Slash on Crawdaunt here. Crawdaunt is level 48, Hypercutter, so its attack cannot be lowered. Whoa! It actually lived! Has the moves Swords Dance, Strength, Facade, and Surf. I am honestly surprised that it lived because I thought for sure I'd be able to sweep his whole team. Right, Torment, Aerial Ace. He's going to be using Full Restore here. Pretty much if they're in red health, they're always going to use Full Restore. But lucky for me, I don't have to worry about a thing because I can just use Aerial Ace and then follow up with a Slash and he's done. Whoa! I'm going to go for Shadow Ball because I kind of want to use Slash in his last Pokemon, and there's no way it's going to live through this. There it goes. So despite working under the Torments, I think this is turning out to be a pretty good battle. And his last Pokemon is an Absol of his own with the moves Swords Dance, Rock Slide, Aerial Ace, and Slash. This is his only Pokemon with a hold item having a Citrus Berry. This thing has pressure for its ability, which can be kind of dangerous, but it ain't so bad. And really, if this thing survives, I'd be surprised, because even though Absol's great, I don't really think it doesn't have that great a defense. And yep, Pandora swept pretty much his whole team, save for his first Pokemon, without even getting hit. So, for those of you naysayers who kept saying, like, why do you have Pandora again? That's the thing, I still get negative comments about having Pandora, and I don't get why. Because it's proven its worth many times. Let's see what this little has to say. You got what it takes to go far. Now go to the next room and enjoy your next battle. So while I'm healing up my team, I still get people to this day saying, like, why do you have Pandora? Why is it good? And I have a crap load of healing, and it's just because I blew my excess of money on that. And it's proven its worth many times. I don't see what the issue is here, because it took out Winona, which was its first battle. It destroyed Titanize. It took out Juan's strongest Pokemon with ease, I might add. And it just utterly swept Sydney, and it's going to be getting even more use as we get further into this last area. So I really don't see what the issue is and why people still doubt Pandora and wonder why it's on my team. It's an honest-to-God good Pokemon. It's just that it has some shortcomings that make it not the greatest Pokemon, but hey. But now that I've saved, you usually want to save between these battles. I have pretty good confidence that I'm not going to need to go out and train more, because I think I'm pretty good. Let's talk to this girl with flowers in her hair. Ahahaha! I'm Phoebe of the Elite Four. I did my training on Mount Pyre. While I trained, I gained the ability to commune with Ghost-type Pokemon. Yes, the bond I've developed with Pokemon is extremely tight. So come on, just try to see if you can even inflict damage on my Pokemon. With appearances deceiving, with her being some kind of island hula girl in a really sexy outfit. No, she's just Pixels. She has Ghost-type Pokemon. Yeah, who saw that one coming? She is going to be starting off with a Dusclops, level 48, with the moves Protect, Curse, Confuse Ray, and Shadow Punch. Not a very good Dusclops. I can pretty much just wall this thing pretty easily with Pandora, unless it were to do Curse by some arbitrary chance, but my bets are on it using Protect. Just because this thing likes to use Protect, as you see right there. If I can just get one Swords Dance under my belt, once again, I should be pretty good. Pandora does not have a hold item, unfortunately. I probably should have given it something to strengthen my attacks. But it's not really a big deal, because in all honesty, I would really be surprised if I can't just sweep her team. Dusclops might be defensive and really tough to take down for most, but for Pandora here, I don't see it being an issue, because 130 attack is a force to be reckoned with, especially with a Swords Dance under its belt. Now she's going to be sending up Bayonet. She has two Bayonets, so I'm not really sure which one this is, so I'm going to just read off one moveset, and that is Grudge, Will-O-Wisp, Feint Attack, and Shadow Ball. You really want to be careful that you don't you're careful about fighting the one with Grudge, because Grudge makes you lose all the PP of the move that you defeat it with, and that is really bad because that hinders your ability to fight the rest of her team, because odds are you were using a move that's good on her, if you are smart. But anyway, Sableye. Again, Hate this thing. Has no weakness, but its stats are terrible. Dark Ghost type, so don't even bother. The only way you can get a weakness is if you use Foresight and then a fighting move. Double Team, Nightshade, Feint Attack, and Shadow Ball. And speaking of Shadow Ball, I'm going to be using that, because I swear, if this thing survives after I said it wasn't that good... It does! Okay, I have to admit, that's pretty funny. Sableye, you earn points. Granted, my attack wasn't super effective, but you survived my attacking force. Granted, you're 2 levels higher, and if we were even levels, you would have definitely gone down in one hit, but I gotta say, respect for Sableye has gone up a bit after I learned that Norman strategy, or not Norman strategy, Brawly strategy. I was actually wrong about the Norman thing, because he actually can hit ghost types. But yeah. Next up is Bayonet. This Bayonet, if I'm not mistaken, is faster. I remember one of the 2 Bayonets being faster than the other, which got kind of annoying. It has the move Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, Psychic, and Facade. I guess just a little... Wow, didn't matter. I guess I'm faster. Just as a little tip, these Bayonets have Insomnia for their ability, so don't even try putting them to sleep. It's not even going to matter. And, yeah, I guess I'm kind of rambling here with a lot of movesets because I'm just taking out the Elite Four so quickly despite being kind of underleveled. And I guess last Pokemon, another Dusclops. Our team is symmetrical. Dusclops, Bayonet, Sableye, Bayonet, Dusclops. Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, Rock Slide, Earthquake. This thing is a pretty monstrous physical attacker, but it doesn't really have any support moves, and Dusclops is more known for being defensive than offensive. Granted, when it gets an evolution in a later game, it's known for being pretty offensive, but still. I am offended at your offensive moveset. I don't know. But yeah, that does it. Pandora utterly swept the first 2 members of the Elite Four. Well darn, I've gone and lost! Not very ghost-like there, girl. I don't know, I kind of always liked that about Phoebe, how she just wasn't, you know, a stereotype. There's a definite bond between you and your Pokemon, too. I didn't recognize it, so it's only natural that I lost. Yep, I'd like to see how far your bond will carry you. Go ahead and move to the next room. We did that whole fight without taking any damage, so anyone who says that Absol is useless is the worst member of my team and that I should get rid of it, I'm not one for being mean or calling people out, but in all honesty, anyone who still says that Absol doesn't have a place on my team, they can keep their opinions to themselves. Okay, I'm gonna be nice about that. I'm not gonna say anything dickish, but anyway, we have taken out 2 members of the Elite Four, so I'd say we made some pretty good progress for this episode. So, next time on Pokemon Emerald, we'll be continuing on and taking on the 3rd member of the Elite Four. See you guys then.